So when people look to discredit Michael Jordan, one of the first things they say is he played no competition in the 90s or he played no competition in the finals. Enter the 1996 Sonics. First place in the West, 64 wins. The West in the 90s featured beastly teams such as San Antonio, Phoenix, Utah, and the Rockets. The Sonics were led by none other than superstar point guard Gary Payton. This season may have been his greatest year. He averaged 19 points, 9 assists, 4 boards, and 2.9 steals, which led the league. He was Defensive Player of the Year. Payton was the unquestioned leader of this team, and he was one of the main reasons why they were a top 5 offense and defense. At 6'4", he could post you up and back you down, but he was quick enough to just blow by you. He was also the original OG Lob City with Shawn Kemp. On a fast break, these two were must-see TV. They just seemed like they were tailor-made to play with one another. So let's talk about Kemp in 95-96. He's an all-star like Payton. He averages 19 points, 11 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 1.5 blocks, and 1.2 steals playing power forward. At 6'10" with ridiculous hops, in my opinion, he's still one of the biggest unicorns we've ever seen. If Kemp was coming down the lane, chances are he was going to viciously dunk it on you. So most people do know Kemp and Payton, but they don't know everybody else. Well, they also had one of the great glue guys of his era in Detlef Schrempf. The 6'10" forward could do pretty much anything on the basketball court. He was capable of playing all 5 positions. A good ball handler, an adept passer, and a fantastic defender. On the season, he averaged 17 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. All I can say is I mess with Detlef Schrempf. Well, who else did they have? How about Hersey Hawkins, one of the most durable players in the league? And this year, like many others, he appeared in all 82 games. He averaged 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and of course 1.8 steals. Do you notice a pattern here? Pretty much everyone that plays averages over a steal a game. What about Nate McMillan, Mr. Sonic? He was one of the unsung heroes of this team. Now, he was getting up there in age, but he averaged 5 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds, and of course 1.7 steals. He was an excellent defensive player. Just 2 years earlier, he averaged 3 steals a game. The future coach was known to set a positive tone with his teammates in the locker room. But make no mistake, even by 1996, Nate McMillan could still play basketball. Do you think they need a stretch big? How about forward center Sam Perkins, otherwise known as Big Smooth? A grizzled veteran by this point who had played his college basketball at the University of North Carolina with none other than Michael Jordan. The veteran Big Smooth averaged 11 points a game on this team. If they had a weak point on this team, I would say starting center. But anecdotally, I got floor seats to a preseason game where Irvin Johnson was on the Milwaukee Bucks and they were facing the Boston Celtics. He may have averaged 5 and 5, but he was one of the biggest men I've ever seen. And then good old Brick, Frank Brickowski. Past his 16-8 peak at this point, he was playing more of an enforcer role for this team. Now, if you thought this would be huge advantage Bulls, you'd be wrong. The trio of Perkins, Brickowski, and Irvin Johnson is better than the duo of Bill Wennington and Luke Longley. Believe that. When Luke Longley left Jordan and the Bulls, he was hideous with the Suns. Now, the Sonics did lose the series to the Bulls in 6 games. Their 64-win season was definitely overshadowed by the Bulls' 72-win season. For what it's worth, it's historically Michael Jordan's worst finals. He did average 27 points a game, but he only shot 41%. Both finals lows for him. The Sonics were a resilient defensive team. They switched effectively. They communicated. They fought through screens. They jumped passing lanes. All in all, it was a valiant effort, but they came up short because they went up against the GOAT. Not only did they go up against the GOAT, they went up against the GOAT on a mission. Did anybody honestly believe that Michael Jordan wasn't going to finish off a 72-win season?